I'm not going to
What?
say anything else. You believe what you want. Jody Sue and I were there.
Okay, you and Jody Sue, you can have fun with that because other people have that entire Discord history. We all, well, you guys say you sent it, right? You guys say you recorded it and sent it and all that stuff. I still have it all, and so do 3 other people, 2 other people who are on YouTube. So all of it's there. As well as the entire history of our communication. So, what else? Any other problems?
Penny,
No, just
why
go
are
away.
they being so nasty to her?
Are you kidding me, Tiffany? Oh, God. Is there any other questions, Tiffany?
Yeah, I want you to continue on what you're showing. I want an explanation of what's going on here before this turns into a year-long fucking fiasco.
It's
It's not funny. It will end up.
No, it's not funny because it was all settled. This was put out 3 months ago.
Okay. Well, clearly I missed the memo and so didn't others. So I didn't happen to catch this. No, Cindy S. This isn't drama, actually. There's a child who's missing and a lot of interference being run. If you don't like it, you can leave. When you see that TM on my cover photo and the thumbnail, that means beware. Okay? The TM is a warning. It's not going to be a crime stream. It's going to be a little bit of everything. So now you know. If you didn't know before, now you do.
Hi, Rapper.
Don't like it, you can go. Thank you.
And
go ahead.
Tiffany, I know that you are not privy to the extent of the relationship between Linda and I, but I considered her a friend at some point, and I think at some point she considered me a friend. But it turns out, and I'm just going to say from my experience, that she claims to not want to be into all this drama and gets so sad that everybody's losing focus of Summer. But every time, and I go out of my way to avoid drama and not listen to it, but every single time there's drama, she's right in the center of it.
You guys were close, right? You knew that Linda here was looking AB up and putting out his info too. Why? Why was that going on?
Well, I'm good. Give me 1 minute. My grandbaby just came in the room. I guess my family didn't get the memo I was live. I'm good, Rapper. I hope you're good tonight. Let me put this on and get him out of here.
Why was any of that? I didn't even know that until she said it on my stream. I mean, obviously, you guys were close. There was a lot going on behind the scenes.
I don't know if Linda was the one who looked up AB's information, but I do know that Chase had to do with all of that. I mean, I don't know if he got it from her or somebody sent it to her, or I don't even know. I don't even know. But when it was sent to me, it did not go any further because obviously that's not the right thing to do. It was I think everybody knows his first name, but
I apologize. I hope you're good tonight, Rapper. I didn't mean to get distracted. My granddaughter come up but I don't want you to be live. So we're going to go through this hour as fast as we can. You guys can hear what's going on. They got to go to bed. She got school tomorrow. I missed what they were just talking about. I apologize. If you want to fill me in the chat, it would be helpful.
It was a bunch of other stuff too. And it's I don't know where she got it from. I don't know if she looked up all the stuff.
She didn't
or
get
whatever.
it from the web, that's for sure. He's in Canada, so where'd she get it? I don't know.
Good question. I don't know. I never looked for it. It was sent to me. Didn't care. Not at all. However, Chase was looking for it. So if she provided it to him, whatever.
Okay.
Oh God, is it gonna be all fucking?
Was I muted? I think I was muted. I said, I hope you took some Tylenol and it feels better. I'm sorry your back hurts.
Nasty like that. Yeah, no, can't do it. I'll just play it from my phone. You can, let me see. There. Let me just get to
All
the
that
good part.
screaming Penny did, and Linda's sitting there quiet. Like she don't know what to do. Boy, I really don't know what to make of this. What are you guys making of this so far? I forgot to put my straw on. What do you think? Do you think Penny is involved or this is just Linda? You hear Penny say, Linda and I were friends, but every time there's drama, Linda's in the middle of it. Here's what I'm going to say. I don't know if Penny's involved at this point. However, I know Linda is. Something's going on with Linda. Wow, a daytime live about to make some rizzles. Hello, beautiful people. I'm glad. Did you have a good sleep, Marion? I hope you did. I don't know what to make of this. I still feel like Penny was behind the scenes doing shit she shouldn't have been doing, but it feels to me like Linda started everything. I'm still very baffled about this afternoon. No, you didn't. Aw. When Penny didn't, she acted as if she didn't know about Lisa Key. And we hear how involved the other day when we listened to this that Lisa Key was with Linda, or Linda was with Lisa Key in the murder billboard halfway across the state. You ran out of puff. Aw. This is just all still confusing to me. But here, we're just going to have to continue to listen to TM's fake feds. She did really good putting stuff together and asking questions. I do got to say that, although she was with them on many panels. These people, man. All the attacking I got.
Okay. I didn't get the Indiana. I got the state of South Carolina with Christy. Yeah, really.
I can't never just find her page. What did it say? I can't wait to see it. Isabella. What did her community post say? I can never find her page because she put some stupid lips up. Let's see. That's funny. I just went over to Dippy and Andrew was in there. I can't find Lips page. Hold on. Here she is. That's not about me. Okay, it's from Chasing Justice. Now, I want you guys to remember I'm just going over what TM said in her live. I was directed to your live from last night. My suggestion is you should do some fact checking. There are numerous things that you need to correct. I trust that since you're claimed to be a credible channel, you will get it handled very quickly. All right, well, Chasing Justice, how about if we do this? I offered you a link the other day. Tiffany Marie was calling you Kelly. I don't know whether you're Fustos, but I know your name's Kelly. You're welcome to come up here and tell us who you are since you have all these channels. And Lips is subscribed to you and going to share these channels. I'm trying, Rapper. I think I've done a pretty good job of it. She's a shit starter. She loves starting shit. I'm probably blocked on her channel. I'm going to put in chat what I just wrote. I'm also going to read what Diana Lynn. All she does is demand you take a link and show your face, even though you have shown your face many times. It's what she does. She will never correct any misinformation she puts out. It's not worth arguing with her, trust me. Diana, first of all, these are portrait pictures. It's not a real picture. This could have been taken from anybody. You have 57 subscribers in one video, no content. You've been playing fuck shit on Ziggy's channel, and it's funny that you're subscribed to Chasing Justice, who I really never even heard of, covering Summer until I covered this live. But it's funny that you would be so connected to her. You're right. You're damn right. I demand that you grab a link with your face and not this fake profile. Possible, in my opinion, fake profile picture that you have with so many subscribers with only 4 seconds ago, or no, 4 months ago, one video about me. Oh, good. I'm glad you got that. Thank you. I needed that. Hold on, let me upload that real quick. I'll grab it later. I know where it is. Okay. So one video about me, 50 some subscribers, Ziggy's best friend, is in this woman that Tiffany's calling Kelly. Anybody can come correct my misinformation at any time, but other subs have said that they seen a Kelly threatening Benny with lawsuits. And that's what Tiffany was speaking about. So I'm going to assume you're Kelly Fustos. I don't know that you aren't or that you are. You can come prove us differently. That's not a problem. But what I'm going to say is not only did TM mention your name, but Penny did. So did Linda. So did that Lisa Keys lady. I think you need to come correct your own misinformation, ma'am. Now, did I put what I said? No. Here's what I wrote to her in her community post about me. Oops, wait, that's not it. Let me go back and recopy and paste it. In Chasing Justice's community post, This is what I just wrote. I'm being fair. I'm giving her a chance to come fix whatever she's saying I'm putting misinformation out on, even though it actually was TM that did it, right? You can take a link and prove who you are. That is not an issue. I mean, TM called you Kelly, not me. I am just reviewing her live, and she is making pretty big claims about you. So is Penny. Oops, I didn't mean lips. Let me go fix that. So is Penny and Linda. I had lips on the brain. So that now says Linda. So I would think it would be up to you to correct. I'm only going over public information, Kelly. Chasing justice. If you have a problem, you posted this 3 days ago. I've been live how many times in 3 days? I think it's up to you to correct the information. I've offered you a link every single time. Let me throw it up here again. Diana, the only reason I put the links up is so that you can come correct my misinformation, but you never do you? Not once. We've never had an argument over it. You've been in my chat. You've attacked me with Lady R. I find that pretty funny. How about you both kiss my ass? Now, let's go back to fake feds and hear more about Kelly chasing justice.
She told me that I'm going to go on the phone too. I was like, what?
Let me slow it down more.
So wrong. I don't, it doesn't feel finished. But people are just getting ugly. People are getting hurt. This is not okay. And
let me ask you guys a question. Do you all feel that the text message
Right, it's not there yet.
for her, as in honey, in her misspelling some things, and just the way that
it's for connection thing. So
Okay, so it's after this lady pops off screen.
I was trying to type, but it blocked me. I was saying I enjoy your company too. I appreciate you being here. What did I write? And thank you for supporting me. Always. I appreciate your guys' support. For some reason, YouTube wouldn't let me put that, especially when others are constantly attacking me when I call out their bullshit. Hi, Tic Tac. I hope you're good tonight.
I haven't said or responded to any, but I am going to. So the thing is, nobody sought her out. We did not seek her out.
Talking about 32.
Then she emailed us. And then from there, it was just, come on now, all those emails. So it'd probably just be easier to go into Discord. It's safe. You can hide your name. Blah, blah, blah. Shit. I would assume that it is. Do the feds watch? I don't know. Do I care if they watch? No, I don't. If they feel like they need to watch, then do your thing. I wouldn't be hiding any conversations, so I don't really care if the feds watch. But she did say that she was more concerned with not necessarily feds. She called those big fish. It was more small fish or little fish. What did she say? Small fish, little fish. I think it was little fish. Yeah. So basically, local law enforcement that she was concerned with, for good reason, from what I understand. Do I doubt her in believing that? No, I don't. Do I think she was in a situation she was in? Yes, I do. Do I believe that certain people are in other people's pocket and maybe persuaded to do things on behalf of maybe her abuser? Yes, I do believe that. And that is partly why I have not put out the conversation. We're going to talk about that. How do you even? Jody Sue is not lying. Jody Sue is not lying about that. There is a lady who, for at least a little while, convinced us that she was part of CARD. Not necessarily. I guess technically FBI, because CARD is part of FBI, but So yeah, that is true. There was somebody who was pretending, and for what, I have no idea. I cannot even tell you. But yeah, she and posted note was privy to all conversations with Jody Sue. So what do you? I mean, what do you think? What do you think about that? She's not lying, guys. There was somebody who pretended to be that. That is true. And yeah. What do I think about it? I think the crazy Lincoln lady victimized Jody Sue. For what purpose? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Jody Sue is telling the truth. Mm-hmm. Yes, she is. This lady but the thing is, she reached out to us in email as she always used what I guess is her real name. She always used her real name, and she was always really supportive of the channel. And then it started to be, I think what really kind of made us pay attention to the things that she was saying and even believe it. Believe that she might possibly be privy to things that we're not, is because a lot of the things that she said would check out, right? So we would look into stuff and we would be talking behind the scenes like, well, how would she know that? Like, we need to ask her. We need to ask her, how in the world would you know that? And then it finally came out where she's like, well, I'm one of the agencies. I was one of the agencies that came in on day whatever. This agency is also working on Michael Vaughn's case. And, so she was saying stuff like that. And we're just like trying to between ourselves, we're like, well, who in the world could this be? Like, this is weird. Why would she reach out to us? Whatever. And so finally, was it on the phone that she told us that she was caught, or was that in an email? I don't remember. That was on that phone conversation. Yeah. And there was three. There was me, you, her, and then I think one other person. Was it Kelly? It was Kelly, yes. Yeah. So
Listen, them trafficking cops came to my house, right? They didn't call me. Crystal, can I get out from under your feet? Sure, if you're under my feet. If you think you're under my feet. I don't know what that means, rapper. But when those trafficking police came here, they didn't call me. I cannot see an FBI card team calling somebody and playing games in an email and on YouTube and in Discords pretending to be a fake Fed or any card team member for that matter. That's not going to happen in real life, and Penny and Linda both should have known this. I find the whole thing odd. Linda being quiet right here bothers me. I always wonder about the group of private investigator. Me too, Tic Tac. I have major concerns. I don't think that here's the thing. Chris and Trudy have solved other cases. You can look them up. They seemed pretty reputable. However, I don't think they were extremely professional in what they were doing at all. Right. Ellie is not going to play games. Hey guys, I'm going to be back. I hear yelling downstairs. I'm going to go see what the hell it's about. I'll be right back. I'm going to let you listen. It's distracting me. I'm going to go tell them to shut their traps.
Yeah, so I mean, everybody kind of found out at the same time. This lady is saying she was a car. We hesitantly believed, but very soon after Jody Sue expressed that she had hesitations about this lady, I told Jody Sue, I was like, really, you really think that this lady is fake? Like, why would she do this? And she's just like, I don't know, the language is just off. Like, the language is off. Why is she referring to Summer as our girl and stuff like that? She's like, that's very, it's not professional, so yeah, I do feel like this person is fake. So at that point, I was just like, oh, okay, well then I'm not going to talk to her anymore because what the hell? So
The grandbabies were fighting, and my daughter-in-law was yelling at them for fighting. That's what was going on. It sounded like a whole bunch of screaming, but my grandson got this new thing where he just walks up to his sister and whaps her. Yeah, it's a thing. 3-year-old boys are stinky. I'm pretending to be stepped on by you. I'm asking if I could be let free. Sure. You're let free. Goodbye. Extremely strange. How many have I been stepped on by? Are you one of them, Rapper? Because I don't quite understand what you're doing here. T Moonflower. Hi, Crystal. I enjoy watching your channel and appreciate your content. I wanted to let you know to reread your comment to change the name. I did. I changed it. And there I did it right in front of you guys. It didn't mean to say lips. It said Linda. I apologize. I did change it.
we stopped talking to her. Basically, she would message us every now and then, and see how we're doing, or it would seem like she was seeing how we were doing, but basically I was just waiting for her to keep telling us stuff instead of calling her out and be like, hey, I feel like you're fake. But the thing is, she encouraged us to have Jody Sue be in contact with Paul Grant. And it's like, why would you do that if you...
As it said lips, Moonflower, I told them I changed it. What do you want me to do? Delete my comment? Would that help you? Would you like to distract my chat so that I could scroll up and take the time out of listening to what we're listening to delete the comment when I clearly stated I wrote the name and changed it right here in front of you. You can watch it. It'll add up with the chat. So I apologize, but I would like for you to quit distracting me now. Thank you.
You're fake, did she even, girl, I don't know. I don't know. But she encouraged it. And why she sent Jody Sue money, I don't know. But do you remember?
I literally changed it live in front of you with it on the screen. It's okay. But if you were watching, you would have seen I changed it live. Like, you could see me change it. I even went back on my screen and changed it and fixed my mistake. I'm sorry if I'm being shitty, but that's just a distraction. We're listening to something. I'll go back later and delete it if it's still there. However, I changed it publicly.
Remember when Jody sent the screenshot? Whenever that first came out that she sent Jody some money, she sent us a screenshot and she was like, why the hell did she just send me money? And we're like, what the fuck? But Stacy Slay says that it was accepted on Jody Susan. So I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know if it was accepted. All I know is this woman says she accepted it. Was it accepted? I don't know. I don't know. What else about her? But she's the one that asked me to tell my son's story and said that she had
I'm
sent it
sorry,
to her.
what? What?
What?
I can't remember who the other person was. And I have email receipts of it all and how she was going to help me find answers.
She's the one that asked
Email
me.
receipts of it all and how she was going to help me.
I'll play it back.
And I can't remember who the other person was. And I have email receipts of it all and how she was going to. And said that she had sent it to Dave Roush, Chris McDonough, and all I know is this woman said.
Now, didn't Linda say, I don't know, I'd have to rewind. I can't remember because I think it was day one, but didn't Linda say that Penny asked her to tell the story? But here's Linda saying Slay asked her to tell the story to Penny. So now we're getting out that Linda's lying again. Because Linda came on Tiffany's and said, Penny asked me to tell my story. They took it down. Like, I don't understand. Listen, man, I feel sorry for you that your son passed away. But to me, it seems like you use that story, you use your son's story to climb your way in to other true crime cases as sympathy, which is fine. You should have the sympathy. And I do have empathy and sympathy, Linda. I don't think anybody should ever lose a child. However, I believe you're using this story to claw your way in to cases like Summers or Lisa Key's son, who's on that billboard. You're clearly lying about who asked you to tell the story. So here's what I'm going to say. I think you offered your story to people. I don't think anybody asked you to tell it but you. Nobody would know your story without you telling it, right? So what's so secretive about it that you got to have Penny take it down? Now, to me, this is fishy as fuck. They sure do. What's the matter, Marion? You okay? What do you got to vent about? You can vent here. Yeah, I'm just going to go forward.
Does she accept it? Was it accepted? I don't know. What else about her? But she's the one that asked me to tell my son's story and said that she had sent it to Dave Roush, Chris McDonough, and I can't remember who the other person was. And I have email.
And let's not forget that she had said that she didn't want Summers' TBI agent on Summers' case. She was trying to get Summers' TBI agent removed from Summers' case. She was hindering Summers' case. That was at the beginning of this live. This has been a 6-hour live. If you forget things, go back and listen. Linda. Listen, Linda. You're a dumbass, in my opinion.
Receipts of it all and how she was going to help me find answers to him, and then to find out, basically, she manipulated me. Yeah. I mean, didn't she even cry when you told her? Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember that. She obviously had done her research on who I was, and that's scary in itself.
So I'm confused Because that means, Linda, you're having private conversations with Slay other than the emails, right? Because these are things Penny doesn't know. Why would that lady want to research you? You had no part in Summer's case. Like, this doesn't make sense. Linda, who did you hire as the fake Fed? We did hear Lip say that she pretended to be a fake TBI agent with Candace and Dawn. Right? Who's the fake Fed, Linda? Why, Linda? Why are you here?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, where did she come from? Why did she reach out to us? So, look, whenever I mentioned Chase's name on the live stream, probably like for the first time was in August, I think. August, so I don't know. Jody Sue reached out to me late.
Oh, I gotta go back, because didn't Tiffany say she found Chase in September? So you were talking to him in August? I'm gonna have to go back and fact check that, but I think that's what Tiffany said. That she found Chase in September. So Penny, you're talking to Chase in August?
September. And right before that, I think, because I was going through emails this morning trying to look at the timeline of when all these people started reaching out. And, I think it was probably within days of each other that Jody Sue and this Stacy person reached out, and within a few days, maybe a week. And yes, Allie, we did. We looked her up. We did not. I mean, there was some things. You want to talk about that? I mean, I'll talk about it. You don't have to talk about it, but I'll tell you. After Jody Sue said that this lady is not real, we looked her up, and we were like, oh.
Why did it take Jody Sue to tell you that she wasn't real? Penny, you're in the armed services. Like, you served our country. I'm pretty sure you know how our government works. You've been trained to know. I don't understand why you would fall for this. It doesn't make sense to me. You were trained by our military. And you wouldn't know that that was a fake card team member? I'm calling your bluff. Yeah. I would have no idea what they did, Head Crystal. I'm trying slowly, and I've been trying to go over it and over it and over it. Unfortunately, I was silenced and unable to do this because of frivolous court hearings that have now been disposed of. So, and I'm not going nowhere. Now I want to come out. Now I want my revenge. And then I want to file a lawsuit on you. See, I'm coming out here. That's my point. I'm going to get all my lives out, and I'm going to show where you're wrong. And then when one day when I have the money, if it's within the statute of limitations, because I plan on even selling my house to do this. I want to be able to afford an attorney. I want to sue you because I feel like I would gain more than what my house is worth for all the lawsuits I could file. I want to be just as greedy as every single one of you have been while you put me through emotional trauma, split my marriage up, ruined my family. We all fight. My daughter doesn't talk to me. You have made my life hell. Do you understand that? All of you. So now I'm going to be just as greedy, but only with you creators. I want to sue the shit out of so many of you. And I will have the opportunity to do that one day, hopefully. My family's loud. They got company. Everybody's yelling. I don't know what the hell's going on. But I want to let you know what my plans are. See, I could win a lawsuit and it wouldn't be frivolous and I wouldn't file it under real estate. I would foul it the real way. I've about had enough of y'all and your games. I didn't do the things you accused me of. However, you have done 50 times worse than I have. Fuck you all.
Bullshit. Like, what is this? Because there was, what was it? Was it Johnson City? So we found it was it Johnson City or was it Jonesboro? No, it was Kingsport, that realty group. Yeah, there was some sort of business or something out there that she was attached to. And then there was also a previous.
You can't hear them? Is anybody else hearing them? Maybe I'll have to refresh. I'm trying my hardest. I slowed it down so that you could understand. Tiffany had it on 1.5. I could try to, let's see, I put it on 0.5. I'll put it on 0.75. Tell me if it's any better.
Marriage to a person, well, I don't know if I say that part because it might send, I don't know, like, I don't know.
She's previously married to somebody whose last name Dobbs.
See, I can't understand.
I would tell who the previous marriage was to. Okay, so yeah, we're not going to say her name, even though I already said Stacy. Started to have said it before. You please go watch everything.
It's hard to hear because what it is Penny's playing a recording of Linda and her having a conversation. Oh, my background noise, I'll mute. That's all I could do. It's not my background noise, it's theirs because it's a recording Penny's playing over the live stream. Okay.
Jody Sue has to say about that, because she's telling the truth. However, so whenever Jody Sue let us know, like, I don't trust this lady at all. And I was like, okay, because we're not, this is the first time, I don't know about you, supposed to know, but this is the first time I have ever been involved to the extent of not just listening, I'm actually talking about it, on a platform. So, I don't, when people start psychics and all these different people start reaching out to you, it's kind of like, and especially if they seem to know things, they probably, how do they know these things? Like, you start to question, and then whenever they say that they have inside information, and then you believe them because some of the things that they're saying, you look into it, it checks out, it just gets a little bit weird, and I need to start,
Well, Penny, then there had to have been more correspondence with this fake Fed than what you showed, than what Luda showed earlier that we watched in my first live, because it didn't give a whole lot of inside information in those emails. So what kind of inside information are you talking about? I mean, she talked about the feds and being a part of them, but she didn't show you any credentials. Did she show you her credentials that she worked for the card team? Or is this all made up? I'm a little confused. Why wouldn't you ask somebody for
being a better judge of character, clearly, for sure. But this woman had a previous marriage to a person by the last name of Dobbs. And she said it was like a very short marriage, right? She was like, it was like 6 months or less or something like that, right? I think she said 3 to 6 months, somewhere in there. I don't remember exactly. Yeah. So, I don't think that we ever made the connection between Jackie Dobbs or whatever Dobbs she was married to. At the point of, we just kind of stopped. Chris McDonough and
Did she say Slay was married to a Dobbs? Maybe that's wrong. Is that what the fuck Penny just said? I went back. I'm going to go back a few more minutes. Let's listen to that again. I want to make sure I heard that correctly because I don't think I did.
he victimized Jody Sue. For what purpose? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Jody Sue is telling the truth. Mm-hmm. Yes, she is. This lady but the thing is, she reached out to us in email as she always used what I guess is her real name. She always used her real name, and she was always really supportive of the channel. And then it started to be, I think what really kind of made us pay attention to the things that she was saying and even believe that she might possibly be privy to things that we're not, is because a lot of the things that she said would check out, right? So we would look into stuff and we would be talking behind the scenes like, well, how would she know that? Like, we need to ask her. We need to ask her, how in the world would you know that? And then it finally came out where she's like, well, I'm with one of the agencies that came in on day whatever. This agency is also working on Michael Vaughn's case. And, so she was saying stuff like that, and we're just, like, trying to between ourselves, we're like, well, who in the world could this be? Like, this is weird. Why would she reach out to us? Whatever. And so finally, was it on the phone that she told us that she was caught, or was that in an email? I don't remember. That was on that phone conversation. Yeah. And there was three. There was me, you, her, and then I think one other person. Was it Kelly? Yeah, it was Kelly. Yes. Yeah. So, yeah. So, I mean, that's.
Linda, Kelly, Slay, and Penny are all talking.
Everybody kind of found out at the same time this lady is saying she was caught. We hesitantly believed, but very soon after Jody Sue expressed that she had hesitations about this lady, I told Jody Sue, I was like, really? You really think that this lady is fake? Like, why would she do this? And she's just like, I don't know, the language is just off. Like, the language is off. Why is she referring to someone as our girl and stuff like that? She's like, that's very, it's not professional, so yeah, I do feel like this person is fake. So at that point, I was just like, oh, okay, well then I'm not going to talk to her anymore because what the hell? So, we stopped talking to her. Basically, I mean, she would message us every now and then and, see how we're doing, or it would seem like she was seeing how we were doing, but, I mean, basically, I was just waiting for her to keep telling us stuff instead of calling her out and being like, hey, I feel like you're fake. But the thing is, she encouraged us to have Jody Sue be in contact with Paul Grant. And it's like, why would you do that if you're fake? Didn't she even, I don't know. I don't know. But she encouraged it. And why she sent Jody Sue money, I don't know. But do you remember when Jody Sue sent the screenshot? Whenever that first came out that she sent Jody some money, she sent us a screenshot and she was like, why the hell did she just send me money? And we're like, what the fuck? But Stacy Slay says that it was accepted on Jody Susan. So I don't even know. I mean,
Okay, that was about the money. The Dobbs part should be coming up. Slay says that Jody was accepting of the $500. Jody did ultimately take the money, but if I remember correctly, Jody let it sit there for about a week before she took it. She did call to the TBI. She did call Paul Durant. She's spoken about it a million times, and she says Durant was not happy about it. I don't quite understand what Jody Sue says about it. Jody, I would like for you to address this and come 4 years later and tell us again, if you want, what this was about. I'll offer you a link if you're watching. I don't know. But if you want to explain your communications or even do it on your live, again, I know you've done it to exhaustion, but I would rather it come from you than from me. I've heard it a million times. I know what the story is, but I want to see one if the story changes. And I'm still a little confused. Like, you get in touch with Durant. And then what? Does he say he's going to press charges on them? Like, you say that Jody told me once that that Penny and them were saying Durant was in a Discord or something. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to misquote it because it's been a long time and it's been a lot of information that has come out that I've researched, and sometimes I jumble things and I don't want to do that. So Jody, please, if you want to grab a link, you're welcome. Did I share it? I think I did. No, I didn't. You're welcome to grab a link at any moment and explain this. Again, I won't attack you or talk about anything else. You could come over, talk about this. I'll even come down and I'll get off. You can get off panel. We don't even have to speak to each other. But I would like to hear the story. Again, I know you've told it. It's in some of your videos from Facebook, even. I can go through and look for it and find it on my own, but it would be easier just to hear it from you again. I think the people who are new to Summer's case or who may have missed all of this, I think it would be important for them to hear what happened when you called Durant. And again, I'm still confused about it myself. I have some questions. I won't ask them if you don't want me to, because maybe if you just say it again, it would clear things up. But I think that you should, even if it's on your channel, please tell the story about when you called Durant again, and don't add no riddles. Say it clear. Apparently, somebody was in the Discords, or Jody told me the real Durant was in the Discords. But I don't understand. I can't remember exactly what she said to me. I don't want to misquote her or start problems. But I'm pretty sure you told me, you fucking idiot, Durant was in the Discords. The last conversation we had. Hi, kitty. Say hi. You guys were talking about cats. That one's pregnant. We have to get rid of them. The kids keep leaving the doors open, and the 3 female cats keep getting pregnant, and they're not mine. My cat is fixed. My kids' cats are not, and I don't like it. I'm pissed off about it. So I'm giving them a little bit of time, but they got to get rid of all the cats because we have children, and it's not healthy for the cats or for the kids or for my home. And this cat, she just jumped up here 3 times. She's so lovely. If I was to keep any of them, this would be the one I keep. But she needs fixed. Look at this. We're down to 3 kittens, and now this one's pregnant. I'm angry, but she's so beautiful. meat's on the counter. What meat? Taco? Yeah. Oh, she made them? Yeah, I made them. Oh, thank you. I'll be right back. I'm going to take the cat. She is very pretty. I wouldn't mind fixing her and keeping her. This one. My granddaughter named her Leona. That's what it is. But this one's really friendly. And of course, I'm keeping my husband's cat. He don't care about the cat. He left it here. You know, he took all of his little toys and knickknacks and collectibles. However, he left his deceased father's flag from his funeral because his father was a veteran. He left his father and great-grandfather and grandfather's pictures. Like, dude, where are your priorities? You choose toys over your family. I watched his dad pass away. It was the first person I seen pass away. I don't understand how my husband can leave those things behind, but the cat, his father's cat, his father's American flag from his service. We had a biker group come out, our friend Corinne. She's Jewish and her father's a biker, and they do the veteran funerals, and they come out and they gave us the flag and rode all their Harleys out. It was a beautiful service. I just don't understand how my husband can leave those things but take pop figures. Dickhead. But anyways, I got distracted. Let's go ahead and finish listening to this. I'm going to go put the cat downstairs.
I don't know what if it was accepted. All I know is this woman says she accepted it. Was it accepted? I don't know. What else about her? But she's the one that asked me to tell my son's story. And said that she had
I'm
sent it
sorry,
to her.
what? What?
What?
I can't remember who the other person was. And I have email receipts of it all and how she was going to help me finance.
She's the one that
No
asked
receipts
me.
of it all and how she was going to help me.
I'll play that.
And I can't remember who the other person was. And I have email receipts of it all and how she was going to. And said that she had sent it to Dave Roush, Chris McDonough, and
Yeah.
all I know is just.
So now Slay is sending things to Chris McDonough. How does Slay have access to Chris McDonough? Linda? Was you in contact with Chris McDonough? That's a serious question. Was you in the Discords with Scott minute 1? The very second the Amber Alert went out? Not Amber. Endangered. Penny's talking to Chase back in August. If what I heard was correct, I have to go back and fact check that. Let me write it down. Since that's what we're doing these days, because I get distracted. Okay. This shit's crazy. How does Jasper do it? Jasper's fine with the cats, but the cats are mean to Jasper. They attack him all the fucking time. One time they attacked him, and Leona, or whatever her name is, was a baby little kitten, and she attacked him with them, but I was sitting on the bed, and they all jumped on the bed and attacked me. I got scratched up really bad. They don't like Jasper, but Jasper likes them, which is odd because usually Huskies, I've like done a lot of research on Huskies when we first got Jasper. And usually Huskies will go after the cats. But his fur is so thick, they have such thick ass fur that the cats can't scratch through it. So he's usually okay, but one time they got his nose, but they got me pretty good. And it turns into a bloodbath. Like, I'm over the cats. I know you guys love cats. I don't mean to be rude, but it's just a family thing I'm not happy about. They're not my kitty cats. They're my kids' kitty cats, and I didn't want them to bring them here. But I got grandbabies, and I wanted my grandbabies here, and now the cat's got to effing go. I'm putting my foot down because they got a puppy. Yeah. My son named the one lady Charles. Ah, I love that. Yeah, McDouche. Cats are wild, dude. They get mean. They do. These cats gotta freaking go. I've had it. It ain't that I don't like them. I would keep Leona. I would keep that one for my granddaughter, but she would need to be fixed and they would need to pay for it. You know? Yes, hit the like button. You get all kinds of my personal information. I talk shit on my husband because fuck him. I think it's good to stop and just take a break while we're listening. This stuff gets deep. It gets dark. And you can clearly see that it's Linda playing multiple games with multiple creators. I'm still so confused about Penny. But you hear her saying, yeah, cats are. But you hear her saying, like, she's talking to Chris McDonald. Look at all the crazy shit we've listened to in this one live. How many have gone back and listened to these over and over? Hi, Paula. You said hit the like. Thank you, babe. I love that you did that. It's okay. Cats aren't for everyone. No, I love cats. I love Artaja. I do love cats, but I don't like when we have too many of them and they're not fixed and they're not, I don't believe, being loved properly. And it's a problem I'm having with my kids. You know what I mean? And I don't want to hurt them. They don't want to hurt their kids because the kids want them. But it's like, come on, man. I'm buying the cat food. I'm buying the litter. It's just a lot. But they agreed. The cat's got to go because they got the puppy. So we're working on it. We have people coming. We have 3 kittens left. And then we're going to aim for the adult cats. I'm going to put my foot down. It has to happen. I can't do this shit no more. I got to block my doors so the cats can't get in. It's crazy. My Taja, though, she stays. My husband don't want her. He's a prick. It ain't his. It was his dad's. It ain't mine. It was his dad's. Listen to them sounds like cat fight people kind. Yeah. I'm a dog person. I love dogs. I do. I think dogs are more playful. They're not as mean as cats. But I get why other people like cats, and I like certain cats. You got to raise them from a kitten alone. You can't be having like 10,000 fucking cats when you have 10,000 kids and 10,000 adults that are worse than the 10,000 kids. Just saying. Okay. I'm sorry. Thank you for letting me vent. I'm rambling on. What do we got? Oh, we did pretty good. We only got 20 minutes left.
Woman says she accepted it. Was it accepted? I don't know. What else about her? So she's the one that asked me to tell my son's story and said that she had sent it to Dave Roush, Chris McDonough, and I can't remember who the other person was. And I have no receipts of it all and how she was going to help me find answers to him, and then to find out, basically, she manipulated me. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, didn't she even cry when you told her? Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember that.
So, Linda, why are you on here telling Tiffany before Penny gets on that it was Penny that asked you for your story? Like, I don't get this. Like, you're literally caught in your own lie. Why are there so many lies about you? And then Tiffany, after all this, and Penny, Tiffany and Penny sit on a panel with Linda. They get angry at Linda again because they catch Linda working with Jody Sue. I've showed that over and over. So at what point does... Man, I wish Tiffany was around. I have questions. I wish Penny was around. I don't want to always attack y'all. Like, why does it got to be that way? Why can't you just get to the bottom of shit instead of helping these people? I don't understand why Benny came out announcing that lawsuit prior to me even knowing about it, because right now, the way this is looking is both of you are innocent, and Linda played the fuck out of both of y'all with Scott. So, Penny, where exactly do you meet Scott? Let's hear the whole story. AB, where are you at? Because I heard it was in your Discord. Like, why can't y'all just come out and tell the whole truth and figure it all out? Because what I'm seeing here is Linda's playing a lot of fuck shit, just like Ziggy. With Ziggy. With Christy Vincent. With Ginger Snap. Sorry, Shay, I know you've been in my chat, but with Shay. With Skilo. With Krama. With Gavel. With Chasing Justice. With Libby. With Duchess. Like, y'all, it's a circle. And here's Chase in the middle of all of y'all with Linda. And Scott. But then there's a break between Scott and Chase, right? Trixie. Lizzie. Man, I don't know what the fuck y'all were doing, but something here is not correct. They made their money and they don't care. Right. They just leave and they leave their mess behind while I'm getting pounded. Penny wrote me in my messenger. I didn't read it because they were attacking me. I didn't read the whole thing. I didn't respond to her because I was sick of the attacks. I was tired of them. But she was trying to get me to understand that this wasn't her fault, and I told her I would give her that fair chance. However, then the Linda lawsuit started. Back to back to back to back to back. With Benny announcing it, but Benny and TM splitting from Penny. Guys, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't understand why they went to such lengths. I don't understand why, if I have family down there, these people couldn't just come to me. I'm still trying to figure all that out myself. I don't know exactly how my family is connected. I could tell you what I speculate. But I keep telling you that puts me in danger. It puts my family in danger. And it breaks a lot of friendships. I'm sort of lonely right now. I've pissed a lot of people off because I've outed a lot of people, even in my own community. People I probably shouldn't have. People I should probably be scared of. For some reason, I'm not. I know these people. Man, we can bring you hope. To me, that's a huge connection to Pittsburgh, along with Trixie. I don't know if this is a money laundering ring or if these people have something to do with Summer being gone. But I'll tell you what I know, Linda, in my opinion, I'm speculating after viewing the things Linda put out publicly that she is the beginning of all Squall. Linda Squall Scott Chase. To me, that's your four main characters. Linda got busted in a shit ton of lies in just 6 hours. We're not even finished. We still have a good bit, like 45 minutes. I keep stopping and talking. Love you, Paula. You've been around a long time. Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys too. I do. But you got to understand it's really hard for me to trust people. I feel like I've been in a pinball machine. Like you're fighting. You know what I mean? Like, oh, there's Benny, there's Gavel. Holy shit. And that's not fair to me, but I've never been somebody to back down from a fight. Even if I know I'm going to get my ass kicked, lose, die, I don't care. Like, that's what it is. Oh, Paula. This shit's been crazy. And then to find out that you actually do have family connected to Beach Creek, now you're like, really like, oh, there got to be something fucking bigger to this shit. Not just family, but you got We Could Bring You Hope. Like, dude, go look up how big Glassport is. It's like the smallest little shit town. But it's what I always called home, and it's all these people that I trusted my whole life. The Mike Cregan I keep sharing, I shared the other day on my community post. He came to Glassport when he was like 8, 9 years old. We were a little older than him, 10, 12. We were little shits. Our parents didn't give a fuck. We were already drinking and smoking weed. We were bad. You know, it's that type of little town. And those are the memories I have. But Mike came there, and all of us little bit older kids took him under our wing. And people like my friend Chester, who I think Fred knows, took me under his wing because he was a little older than me. That's how it was there. I don't quite understand what's going on here. I do know that it's some crazy shit and it goes directly to my mom. And I don't want to talk too much about it because it gets scary, because my family connections really are criminals. Guys, I really did grow up in the hood. When Benny was saying, oh, no, she didn't, bitch. Please. I grew up in a white hood, a black hood. I grew up in Miami. I grew up on the south side, college town. I didn't go to college. I quit school and I had no choice. I had to quit school in 9th grade. I have a complete 8th grade education and I failed 8th grade because I was busy raising my mother's children. My mother was an alcoholic. My father was a drug addict. My mother was never home. She chased dick. I tried to tell these people my family are criminals and I understand the criminal justice law because I've been through court for many things in my life, starting as a small child. A man broke into my home when I was 14 years old. He beat my mom almost to unaliving. It took her 4 months to recover in a hospital. 3 of those were in a coma. I, along with my friend Sandy and her mother, took care of my mother's newborn baby. I didn't go to school much. I failed. I was an angry teenager, and when I did go to school, I wanted to fight everybody. I had a horrible home life, and a lot of people didn't know that. A lot of people did. Too many. The ones that are close to this case. Y'all remember Kevin Sherman? Do you remember that? Our small little town, everybody talked about it. Hey, Darlene Montgomery would remember. She helped me during that time, and my mom bashed her. I'm talking to my community. You fucksticks that have played games in this case. I don't know what the fuck y'all got going on. I don't know how it connects to me. I don't know if that's why you tried to silence me, and it's really nothing important in my life, but it's who you are. But when you add my dad's borderland and his little ice cream shop, I won't say where. I already did. I ain't scared of you bitches in Glassport. And I ain't scared of you bitches in Beach Creek neither. I about done had a not Beach Creek, Tennessee. Because most of these are coming from Washington County, Kingsport, Jody Sue. Y'all fucked up. You fucked with the wrong motherfucker, and them people from Glassport should have told you all that. I always been vengeful. Fuck with me. I've had to fight my whole life. That's why I'm still here. But let's continue. I really don't have much more to say. I'm going to let this play out for a little bit. I'm going to go get me some ice in my water and heat my coffee up.
She obviously had done her research on who I was, and that's scary in itself. Yeah, I mean, it's like, where did she come from? Why did she reach out to us? So, look, whenever I mentioned Chase's name on the live stream, probably like for the first time was in August, I think. August, so I don't know. Jody Sue reached out to me in late September, and right before that, I think, because I was going through emails this morning trying to look at the timeline of when all these people started reaching out. And, you know, I think it was probably within days of each other that Jody Sue and this Stacy person reached out. And, you know, within a few days, maybe a week. And yes, Allie. We did. We looked her up. We did not. I mean, there were some things. You want to talk about that? I mean, I'll talk about it. You don't have to talk about it. But I'll tell you, after Jody Sue said that this lady is not real, we looked her up. And we were like, oh, shit. Like, what is this? Because there was, what was it? Was it Johnson City? So we found it was, what's it going on? Or was he going for? No, it was Kingsport, that realty group. Yeah, there was some sort of business or something out there that she was attached to. And then there was also a previous marriage to a person, I don't know, should I say that part? Because it might send, I don't know.
She's previously married to somebody with the last name Dog.
would tell who the previous marriage was to. Okay, so yeah, we're not gonna say her name, even though I already said Stacy. Jody Sue has said it before. You please go watch everything Jody Sue has to say about that. Because she's telling the truth. However, so whenever Jody Sue let us know, like, I don't.
I've already been diagnosed with PTSD from my son's heart transplant, Mary, and that's why I moved away from the town I lived in. I don't drive. My husband don't drive. My husband never wanted to get a license. He never really wanted to do anything to better our family, in my opinion. He thinks he did because he had a decent job, and yeah, it gave us extra spending money. We even went through a spout where I had a gambling problem because of my PTSD. I've been diagnosed, but then you throw this shit in. Shit, I forgot my whole life. Like, I want to break down right now. That's why I walked away. It's hard to cover this. When you know there's people out there that know you and know your life story, and they've tried to bring you down without unaliving you, in my opinion, or maybe even trying, Mr. Brian O'Toole, according to that text message my husband got. There's a lot of people that don't know what it's like to have a bad childhood, and I didn't become an addict. I didn't become a criminal. I moved to the city where my father's family was, and they disowned me because they didn't like my father, or I married a black man. 2 different reasons. So it's just been me and my husband and my children in the city for 20 years. My first husband. I don't want to do this. Give me a minute.
I don't trust this lady at all. And I was like, okay, because we're not, this is the first time, I don't know about you, but no, but this is the first time I have ever been involved to the extent of not just listening, I'm actually talking about it, on a platform. So, when people start psychics and all these different people start reaching out to you, it's kind of like, and especially if they seem to know things, they probably, how do they know these things? Like, you start to question, and then whenever they say that they have inside information, and then you believe them because some of the things that they're saying, you look into it, it checks out, it just gets a little bit weird, and I need to start, being a better judge of character, clearly, for sure. But this woman had a previous marriage to a person by the last name of Johns. And she said it was like a very short marriage, right? She was like, it was like 6 months or less or something like that, right?
I missed it again. I'm not going to do that a third time. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't want to cry on camera. It's just been a hard life. And when there's people you trust and you find out they've been playing games like this, because I was researching a missing child in Tennessee that I had no clue that these people were connected to or who they were. And as a matter of fact, the first people I found from this case were from North Huntington and Butler. There's a whole lot of them. It ain't just people from Glassport. McKeesport, they all connect to each other. And I can't come out here and explain it to you, but there's even a McKeesport police officer. And it's probably why I'm being harassed by my city police. My husband has no empathy. He doesn't believe me. He didn't grow up in my life. His family was doctors, oil tycoons. They dove a lot into the oil, like even to the point where one of his aunts was stealing oil money from the family, still is. The one aunt sold a house, ripped my husband off. It was in his father's name. Like gave him $6,000 and collected like $200,000. Like there's a lot. I've been through a lot with that man. I've put up with a lot with that man from him and his family. Truth. Not a whole lot, but enough. Because really, they don't talk to us either. I don't know why. Just a lot of crazy shit. Yeah, narcissists don't have emotion or live in reality. They just want to hurt. Like, I wouldn't even doubt if he's out already, like, on a Datelines and shit again after being busted. I truly, like, want nothing to do with the dude. And my daughter don't get it, and it's hurting me. Like, I don't want to hate him. I want to get to a point where we could be friends, and he has to understand I just still need his help right now. I don't want to fight with him. I don't want to battle. I just want a clean break. I actually want to sell my house and give him a good bit of money so that he can move on and do his own thing. And I can move on and do my own thing and be okay until I can find a decent income that'll keep me afloat. I'm just being truthful with you guys. Summer's case has put a huge detriment on my life. And this woman and her attorney are like out there making it like I'm some evil person. Chicken on a stick. Like, what the fuck? Because I called out your fuckery, Linda? I'm the one who's been damaged here. In more ways than you can ever realize. No one, of course, you don't want to erase, right? But here's the thing, my daughter, our kids are grown. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Like, we have a 21-year relationship. It ain't like we've only been together for a year or two, or we have little kids. Our kids are grown. I have a daughter. Grown as fuck. 20. August. She's going to be 20. And she won't speak to me. She's taken her dad's side, and it's killing me. And like, I'm messaging him even and asking him, hey, listen, you need to fucking go to your daughter and tell her to fucking talk to me. And now I'm cussing my daughter out because I'm angry. And I have a right to be. He's playing games and pitting us against each other. He moved in with her boyfriend, which is fine because he is giving me half of his money and paying the bills. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, but I have zero income. I applied for food stamps. I get like $159 in food stamps. The rest is the grandbabies. I got my medical. That's what I qualify for till I now can go apply for Social Security and wait 10 years to get approved because they always deny. That's how America works. Right? So it's going to be a battle, and I have no income other than what I'm doing on YouTube, and I am permitted by my doctors not to work. I was trying to I can work. I could do desk jobs and shit. But I've been so long and I am mentally fucked up from everything. Right now, I just can't. I don't know. I've worked in the past. I've been a hard worker. Every job I've had, people have loved me. I've never been fired. Oh, except for Arby's. I didn't get fired. I quit. They wouldn't let me pee. And I was a teenager. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Isabella, SSI. That's a wait. You have to go through courts. It ain't easy to get. And I had it when I was a kid. And my mom fucked me and ripped Social Security off for $18,000 when I was a teenager. And now I owe the government that back, so I can't even get an attorney to fight for Social Security with me till I pay $18,000 to Social Security for something my mother did when I was a child. And my mom used to lock me up all the time. And then she went and collected Social Security for me. I was emancipated by our government through Social Security because I was 15 years old and I had to go get it in my name because my mother was stealing all the money and going out and drinking it. I literally had to take care of her babies. People don't understand that. I can't spell because I was forced to not go to school, and I already had a learning disability. When I was from the ages of 5 to 8, I had dyslexia. It went away. People don't understand shit. When you grow up in an addicted family, bad shit happens and people suffer. Okay, Isabella. Usually the lawyers won't take you if you owe money, the free lawyers. I've tried. Yeah, but Paula, you know what? Here's the thing. CYF would come to our house all the time when my siblings were little. And my mom had me so brainwashed that I would lie for her. You know what I mean? She would know they were coming because they never just showed up when we were kids. They always called first. So I would lie for my mom. That's why her kids were never taken, the 3 young ones. And my sister Shannon, too. And because of all these games, I can't even get in touch with my sister. I don't even know if she's alive. And the ones I think that were involved in helping my mom to get my brother out of jail, they're not talking to me. And then I have another sister who's been thrown to the wolves, and now apparently her and her boyfriend SA'd their own children. It's in the courts. Like, my family's a disaster. And a lot of this just doesn't make sense to me. And I don't understand why a lot of these people would want to aim to hurt me. Any one of them could have just called me. We could have figured it out. This has been extreme. And the We Can Bring You Hope people do directly connect to my small little town. Or at least the name does. I don't know if it was somebody using that name, but I know what that lady connects to. That's how I reached out to my friend John, who, after my husband did shit, yeah, I slept with the dude, but it was after my husband. Man, look, it doesn't matter. My husband's been a pig for years, in my opinion. He's done some pretty fucking low down shit to me. Like things that a husband and wife shouldn't do to each other. All I do is sit in my house. You want the honest to God truth? I'm quite lonely because my husband would work all the time. And that's fine. I wanted him to. It kept us afloat. However, when he was home, he wakes up. He doesn't smile at me. He's mean and grumpy and moody all day. I've caught him on datelines for years at a time. being on the steps on top of a friend of mine, or my friend on top of him. It was the other way around. Drunk, meeting that same friend around the corner down the street after I have a baby that passed away. And I had that baby to try to make up with my husband and make him love me, because he was cheating on me and doing the dateline and porn and disgusting, grotesque shit. And he doesn't get that. I've given him 16 years after that. And then for him to backstab me, work against me, keep secrets from me, it's just been bad. It's emotionally taxing. And then I let him come home for 4 days for my birthday, right? Why did I do that? I told you guys what happened. I'm not going to repeat it. I'm just over it. Like I said, I'd rather be broke. If he wants to pull money from me or not understand or go date other women and keep all his secrets, they'll eventually find out I'm public. And I've just about had enough of his shit, and I would like my daughter to speak to me. So, Earl, if you're watching, can you please ask my daughter to call me or come visit me? Because I've had enough. Yeah, Isabella. I hope so. It's just time the shit's over. I've had enough. Regardless of whether YouTube caused it or not, this time we were already fractured. And this was just like the nail in the coffin. And then you're calling me a whore while you're laying under my roof, watching the disgusting shit on your phone, texting our friend's sister, asking her to go out for coffee and date you. And then you're on a date lines at the same time. Sleeping under my roof. My house. It's just enough, dude. Dudes can be pigs. I put up with enough of it. And now I put all my business out there. But y'all have watched it come down publicly. What am I going to do? Because he's angry? Because I'm talking about my own people who betrayed me. I didn't betray them. He doesn't want involved, and he's scared because my ex-brother-in-law is threatening him. Hey, Bob, how about you suck my ass? Your threat should have been to me. Why didn't you write me instead of him, you bitch? Fucking stupid. No, his girl was writing me. His part-time girl. Because Monday through Friday, she belongs to Mike. But Friday evening, Thursday evening, she leaves him and comes to you, right? And this has been going on for how many years now? Like 8, 9? While y'all trash my sister and continue to hurt her so that she continues her addiction. I don't know what y'all got going on. But here's what I'm going to say. Fuck you all. Plain and simple. Quit with the threats. You've destroyed her on myself. I hope you're happy. And you could still kiss my fat white ass. I never did like you. And you know it. It's not the first fight. It won't be the last. But only now it's showing your true colors too, Bob. Look, man, I'm just a girl. I have feelings and emotions, and I'm human. And people, when they've had enough, they've had enough. He's going to be pissed. Every time I have a live about him, it gets worse. I don't care. It's my life and my story, too. And unfortunately, he made it public by betraying me, by telling my ex-brother-in-law that he's going to 302 me for him. The word unaliving was in there, even though he says it was a spell check error. But I've tried every way to make that a spell check error, and it don't come up. I don't know what to tell you, amongst other things that were said. Like, you don't go against your family's, your sister's enemy, your wife's sister's enemy, knowing that somebody don't like them. And this is somebody whose children I have raised while he was overseas being a douchebag. You know what? Just a lot of family drama. That's what it is. It's real life. You wanted to go real life? I'll give you my real life. All I wanted to do was share Summer, maybe some other kids, do some good in the world. I didn't do this. Y'all motherfuckers did this. Every one of you. Because nobody wanted to tell me you knew me. Imagine that. Now why don't y'all tell why? That's what I want to know, because I'm just as confused as anybody else. That's the honest to God's truth. And I'm not going to go connecting the dots because I know where my parents connect. Unfortunately, I don't want to die. I'll let the police do it. I gave them the Glassport connections. All the connections to We Can Bring You Hope were given.
I think she said 3 to 6 months, somewhere in there. I don't remember exactly. Yeah. So, you know, I don't think that we ever made the connection between Jackie Dobbs and whatever Dobbs.
I haven't seen you offend anybody, Tic Tac. Not at all. I'm telling you, we could do it tomorrow. You want to, Isabella? I'll have an open panel. You guys can come up and just cuss whoever the fuck you want out. It's your story. Your story doesn't, this is something I'm learning. Your story doesn't belong to somebody else. It belongs to you. Don't let people take that power, because I was silenced my whole life. I had to lie for my mom when DHS came to the house so that they didn't take the kids. My whole life. When MySpace came out, oh my God, it was so bad. My mom taught my little sisters how to attack me on MySpace and change my profile and put all kinds of GAY flags on there and all kinds of crazy shit because my mom hated me. That's the kind of family I had. The messages my mom were sending that Bob's girlfriend Stacy wanted me to put out so fucking badly, that's really how my mom talked about all of us kids. Except for Brian after he went to prison. Like the weirdest shit. My mom had serious mental problems. And all these people know that. And so did my dad, but his was caused from an accident that damaged his brain. And he used to beat my mom. My mom was beat by a lot of men. I'm going to have to take this off monetization because they're going to block shit. I don't know how to shut my mouth. The way I talk. I'm sorry, it's just me. The way I was raised. Y'all get over it. Not everybody lives perfect, fancy lives. And that's the truth. I still ain't going nowhere. Go embarrass me. Go tell my story for me. Make it all up and make all kinds of rumors because that's all y'all been doing anyway. I love it. Fucking dumb.
She was married to. At the point of, we just kind of stopped. You know, whenever we stopped trusting, we wanted, I mean, everybody comes into this thinking that we all have the same intentions. And people promise you, people come into this with the wrong intentions.
Let's do it.
And we don't, as soon as there was doubt, if
I need a break after these last 2 lives because we just did like 2 weeks of this, right? Hold on. Evening, little Crystal. Don't let no one treat you like that. Did I hear you say he's having a baby with someone else? I don't know. Weepy, I don't know if that was just my brother-in-law or someone else making it up. He says no. The girl apparently had a sonogram and she hasn't written me again or been back on YouTube, and I turned them all in, even to the Department of Justice, because my brother-in-law holds a pretty high position, my ex-brother-in-law. Let me correct that because he corrected it in my comment section. I'm Italian and my mouth gets me in trouble. I'm a Yinzer Isabella. My mouth gets me in trouble. It's just a Pittsburgh thing. For real. Probably why all the ones from Pittsburgh hide behind the scenes while all the ones from everywhere else run their traps. All right, let's put this on.
especially if Jody Sue was not trusting her. And a lot of things didn't check out. Like there's been times when we asked her, if you are really who you say you are, then take a picture of yourself at this location. And it was always, it never got done. And I fall on the side of I want to believe people. I really don't meet people and automatically feel that they're lying. I think I have and I hope that moving forward, I won't automatically assume people are being truthful. I'm just gonna have to approach everybody with doubt from here on out. But I guess that's the best way to protect yourself. See, I'm the opposite. I'm the devil's advocate, and I was the one questioning Penny on everything. And I think the day the red light went off for me was when she sent Jody Sue that message saying, call Duran at 3:30 or something like that. He's expecting. And I think the day the red light went off for me was when she sent Jody Sue that message saying, call Duran at 3:30 or something like that. He's expecting your call, and I thought, that's weird. If the FBI wants you, they know how to show up on your doorstep. Mm-hmm. And that's when I told Jody Sue not to call. And I made the call, and it went through some computer voicemail weird thing. I mean, it was not like when you call a regular office. Mm-hmm. And that's when I told Jody Sue, be very, very careful. Because something's not right. Which we had messages that show that, we were talking about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we.
So Penny just said that Jody Sue told her something wasn't right and it was fake. Now Linda's saying she told Jody Sue something wasn't right and it was fake. But let's keep in mind Linda's paying for a hotel for this fake fed, in my opinion. Chase wants them to record Jody Sue. We heard that in these. Why do you need to record Jody Sue? Why are y'all acting like the police? Like, what in the effing shit is going on here? Regardless of what Jody Sue's involvement was with Summer, why are y'all in the back like you're the police? Fucking shit up for the real feds. Right. Isabella. Like, what the fuck? These lives were a lot.
Even done the pictures. You remember whenever I sent the picture and then we compared them with who she said she was online, and it's just like, that was frightening. I mean, I hate to say it, but that was a little frightening. Mm-hmm. But you know what? With all this stuff with Jody Steele, and especially because of how much I believe Jake, now I actually have to ask myself, which is so troubling. What? Oh, what? The PO box and all the. She says that a lot of people sent her gift cards, and I believe Chase when he says no. But now I have to question it, and that's very troubling for me. That's one we probably never will know, because some people have good intentions and say they're going to, and then they don't follow through. So.
Well, that's the thing. And I think either TM or Benny or both of them once talked about how Linda always went around stating, people were going around stating, you should be scared of Linda. You should be scared of Linda. She holds a high position somewhere. Well, that's why day one, when we were going over this, I was saying we should follow up more with Linda about what did you mean by the election? Because at the time, Richard Tucker was running for election. Like, why would you bring that in? That was such an odd statement. What's your position, Linda? What are you hiding from people, in my opinion? I feel like there's something about you people don't know. I'm just speculating. But after all the games you've played.
Chase would be the only one that would know what came into that box for Josie. And that kind of bothers me because I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I feel like this case and all the people inserting themselves in have created more victims and re-victimized people than they've done any good. And of course, it's got YouTube creators on the frenzy to dox everybody, hurt everybody, bring out this information. And at the end of the day, we still have a missing 5-year-old. Yeah. 6 months today. Yeah. And I mean, you know, I don't know the answers. I wish I did. Because this case hurts my heart worse more than you can imagine. I just don't know.
And I mean, I think that was pretty much, it clears it up, right? I mean, maybe Tiffany, do you have any? I mean,
I'm going to put it on normal speed now. Or 1.5 again. They were done with the recording. But I think Penny was right there. I don't know.
I want to know if you brought.
Linda, you've played so many fucking games in this case. You and Scott. And Scott said it. It came out of his own mouth on his live. Minute 1, day 1, the second the endangered alert went out. You, him, and other locals.
This information to law enforcement, or if you just held
Of course
on
I
to
did.
it.
No. Oh, yes. I emailed Paul Durant. I emailed Dave Roush, and I explained my how I met Chase, how that came, because, you know, everything's sketchy concerning him. I didn't want anybody who actually matters to be questioning that shit. So all of that was sent. All of the correspondence between me and Jody Sue. I mean, I think the email was something like, this probably isn't anything you don't already know. But if there's anything in here, this is what I have. This is like the whole thing. And and then also the drama going on around the fundraiser. You know, I had to also tell them about that because people were supposedly reporting the fundraiser. And I was like, I didn't touch any money. And so if you guys want to look into that, this is my involvement with that. And this is how I met this Chase person. And this is the extent of my contact with Jody Sue Brown. Like, it's perfect. I don't delete anything. So, I mean, even if they need it like on the fly, I don't want to dig through all their thousands of emails. I could give it to them again and again and again and again. I mean, it's not a big deal.
I'm going through the comments in the chat because people are not feeling that things are clear. So yeah, okay, this is a good question right here. I'm going to ask, how did you meet the faith dad? How did you come across them? That's a perfect place to start.
Yeah, so
how did she
as Linda can attest, because for the duration of the time that Scott was a person on my channel, and a little bit after, Linda was one of the people who also checked true crime commentaries.
I appreciate that comment, Tic Tac, but that's the kind of, if you don't mind, and I don't mean this rudely, those are the kind of comments that'll get me sued. Even if it's my opinion that I could agree with you with that, that's what would shut her daycare down. Comments like that. So I'm just going to ask that you guys refrain from direct comments like that. I don't know. I can't really make too much of a comment on it because that could get me a lawsuit. But I do appreciate your opinion, Tic Tac. I promise. Uh-oh. She must have deleted it. I apologize, honey. Please don't get mad, okay? No, it's okay. And don't think I'm attacking you. I'm not. I just got to teach my audience what kind of comments they can't leave. You know what I mean? Because this shit gets serious. And the last thing I need is another fucking lawsuit. Although I don't think she could file one and win. But I have to be the responsible person and come out here and tell you guys, please just understand. I apologize. It sucks when your opinions are taken away.
Email. In fact, she filtered it most of the time. And so Stacey,
what do you mean filtered it? How did she filter it?
She would usually check it and star it if it was something that looked, worthy, or, something important or whatever.
Do you agree with that, Linda? That you would vet what was important, what wasn't, what was shady, what wasn't?
I didn't look at what was shady. I would look at what people, because some people just put some weird stuff, like you'll find her in a bucket beside the road. Those
I don't know about any kind of email like that ever being sent, but like just people sending like psychic stuff or whatever, just kind of got tossed out.
But anything that had an important piece of information that might be relevant, I would start it, and Penny would respond to it.
She got our attention with some screenshots from a Facebook group that was talking about Gary Merkos. And so we started talking to her that way, through email. She reached out to us, and then Linda would be like, hey, did you see that one from that person? And I would go and look. And so after so many times of her like emailing us, and we're like, well, how do you know that? Because we can't just put that online. How do you know that? And that's whenever eventually she was like, well, I'm with an agency that, I don't even remember how she worded it, but basically she was alluding that she would be privy to certain things.
Okay, so when I asked you if you reported, I meant the FBI agent. That's what you reported, right? I just want to make sure.
If I reported Stacey Slay,
yes,
specifically in my email, I included that this lady is alleging that she is FBI card. Okay, I sent that to both Dave Roush and Paul Durant.
Okay, did you tell them that Jody Sue was approached by Stacey?
I don't remember if I included that, but I mean, that would be.
After listening yesterday, I was pushing Penny needs to release these. No. I'm hoping what Penny did was if she recorded Slay, take those recordings straight to the TBI and turn them in. That doesn't need to be on YouTube, and Slay needs to be, and I'm hoping she is being investigated. Yeah, Cursed, it does. But I'm happy Tiffany asked these questions. Tiffany did really good. See, that's where Tiffany's better than me at a channel, because she can keep her composure sometimes. She gets mean and catty, but Tiffany asks some really great questions. I've always thought that. I think Cher does too. I think anytime these people have come out and spoken publicly, everything they've said is important. But if you ask good questions, you get answers that will later we can come back and look on if something crazy went down. Here, Tiffany's asking enough questions that we get enough information, we could put it together that they were playing games. So Benny's good at asking questions too. Actually, Gavel's good at asking questions. A lot of us are. I think I did pretty good in my David Britt. That's what I want to see. I want to see the interviews where we can go over and somebody said, but I don't want to go deep. This is why I don't want to do this no more. Like, I didn't do what these people did. I think it's too deep when you dig that deep. The important thing here is that we show Summer's face, that we talk a little bit about her and keep her out there so that she stays in the spotlight without exploiting her family, her brothers, Dawn's work people. This makes Dawn's work people look bad because Linda had a connection directly to them. We don't know that Tucker or anybody that worked with him was bad. But because Linda came public, she played games, and it looks that way. All this shit should have been to the TBI, not trying to, and Linda out of her own mouth. She didn't want the Lisa Key when we went over Lisa Key. She didn't want the cop that was on her son's case that got promoted after all these years. 2005 is a long time ago, to be Summer's TBI agent. Out of all the people he's been a TBI agent for or a police officer for, you pick Summer's case that you don't want this man to be a TBI agent in. That came out of your mouth, and now I have it played on my live. It won't go nowhere. Try to sue me again. That little clip will be one of the clips I take to court with me, because I didn't hear that before. I wish I had. I was just going to give it all to my attorney if I ever got one. But see, now I'm taking it apart myself, and I've been studying how to represent myself, and defamation lawsuits are very hard to lose, especially when you're the guilty party, in my opinion. So keep trying, Linda. Right, they had Dawn fired. Well, they see it now, and I know they do. I know that people in my police department, I have directed my police departments and my legal systems here in Pennsylvania directly to the TBI, all the way to Harrisburg. I know they've been in contact. I know they were going to get in contact. I also knew that they wouldn't contact me again unless they needed to. I also know that I have it recorded that they told you I'm not a suspect, and they weren't at my house to hurt me in any manner. They were here to listen to me. So I know it's being investigated. There's something else I want to say today that happened a little fishy, and it's not just today. Candace, I've not attacked you. I've shown things you've said. I went over to Dippy's today and I was nice to you, and it's not the first time you've ignored me in chats and not even said hello, and I didn't ask you nothing about the case. I just said I was sending you prayers. I don't know if you're doing it on purpose or what, but it feels like you're trying to avoid me, and I don't even want to talk about the case with you, but it's making me nervous. That's just my opinion today. I cover your child and I share your child. You should be thanking any creator that shares your child. And I don't mean that as a threat. I do say things you say. I have shown things you probably don't like. But I feel like it's more than that because you actually leave the chats when I come in, and it's not the first time. And I've been in your own chat and you haven't thanked me when I said all I'm sending is prayers. A thank you would be nice because I am keeping your daughter's face out there. And I'm not exploiting her the way people who've been at your house have. I'm just saying. It doesn't give me a good feeling, and I don't want to attack you. And I'm not going to attack you no matter how I feel about you. But I just want to let you know that I recognize that you're doing that. Okay. Let me let this play.
In the details of the Discord history that was sent. So, I mean, if they wanted to look at it, that is something that they would be aware of. I would screenshot stuff that Stacey says and send it to Jody Sue, but not I wouldn't send stuff that Jody Sue said to Stacey. So she's saying things, I'm sending it to Jody Sue, and I'm like, this is what she's saying. And she's like, I don't know, that sounds weird. Like the whole thing just sounds off. So
Wait,
me
no.
decided
If you made that the TBI or Hawkins County aware, not if you told Stacey. I was wondering if you told that.
No. Well, that was the first part of my answer, is that yes, I did let in my email. I included, this woman says that she alleges that she's FBI card.
Okay. All right. Hold on a sec. Stacey Slay, you wish to. Penny, do you have anything of Stacey Slay recorded? Any phone calls or anything like that? Like anything? Did you ever record her?
No, I didn't record any of her. No, whenever we spoke to her, it was me, Linda, and Kelly on the phone with her one night on Discord, and you cannot screen record on a voice call in Discord. But the only time that
One more thing that don't have to do with the case. I did good tonight, guys. I've only smoked 3 cigarettes since I've been live. And I've been live for 2 hours and 7 minutes. Usually I have 4. So we're down 1. I'm going to smoke 1 now, though. Then we're going to throw them again, okay?
I wanted to lay eyes on her. I wanted to see her face. So I video chatted her. And I didn't record that, but I took a picture of her face and sent it to them.
You have her face?
Yeah.
You want to show it?
No, not really. They have it.
You don't want to show
I have it.
So somebody
you can look her up. She's on Facebook.
No, I want you to show Stacey's face.
Why would this is a whole new phone. It's what?
Penny. I want you to show Stacey's face.
Why do you want me to show Stacey's face? Why would that appease yourself?
You don't want to, which tells me
Why do I not want to? Loyalty? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, absolutely.
So in order for me to for you to believe that I haven't told this bitch to fuck the fuck off, you want me to show her face?
Yes, I do.
Linda has the whole thing. Why has Linda never shown her face? So does Jody Sue.
I want you to show it.
Well, Tiffany,
someone
has one fucking eyes for her.
I want you to show it. We have someone claiming to be a federal agent going around to a woman who has lost a son and approaching Jody and saying that they're a federal agent.
See, this is what I mean, Tiffany, and I don't mean to attack you, but this is what I mean. Not everything's for YouTube. That should have been handled behind the scenes. You should have told her to send it to you. That should have been sent to TBI. In my opinion. That's not for YouTube. You're right. People shouldn't be doing that in a missing child's face. But even before it coming to YouTube, I'm not saying don't put it on YouTube. But I would send it to TBI and ask TBI, hey, should we share this and let people know this lady's going around being a fake fed? Because what that did was you calling that out gave these people a chance to cover shit up. That's the kind of shit that hinders investigations, and that's the kind of shit law enforcement don't tell us for a reason. We hear about it when they go to trial. And that's what we should be covering. I love covering trials. I've only covered Leilani so far, but it's fun to sit and watch the outcome after watching all the fuck shit.
And you have her face, and I want to see it.
I will show it to you. I'm not going to put it on live.
Why? You have a
Because I
problem
don't
with
have
exposing
to.
someone who's claiming to be
You
a
can
fake?
spend that however you want to.
Federal agent, they're
Tiffany.
fake, huh?
You can
What?
spend that however you want to.
Send it to me. I'll show it right now. You don't have to. I'll do it.
I will show it to you, but I don't think that you should put it on a live.
Don't worry.
Don't you think that?
I'm showing it. Send it to me.
Well, Linda, why don't you send Tiffany? Jody Sue, why don't you
Penny.
send Tiffany the picture I sent you guys?
Penny.
Tiffany.
They don't have. First of all, Linda doesn't have my contact information, so she can't show me anything. And
She knows I'm on the
Jody,
email. Trust me.
you're proving to me right now that you have loyalty.
I'm not proving shit to you. I'm not proving
You
that. First of all, Tiffany, I can't even promise you that this shit is in this phone. This is a whole new phone.
Penny. Okay, since you won't show me Stacy's.
Here's the thing. I don't mean to attack Tiffany neither, because I see Tiffany's point for wanting it shown, but I just feel like that should have ended right there, been handled behind the scenes. I feel like Tiffany was right, but here's a tip. Penny's like, I'm not showing you shit. Why couldn't she say to her, you know, if I do that, then it's going to tip somebody off and blah, 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 blah. I think we should handle this behind the scenes. There's a different way Penny could have handled that. Penny goes off at the mouth like I do. I get it. You get angry. But I'm looking at this from both perspectives, right? Like, to me, Tiffany sounds more innocent because she wants it shown. To me, it shows Tiffany's innocence in the fake Fed shit, right? Like, she definitely had no clue about this. You can hear the surprise, like, come on, let's show it right now. So that's why I'm saying it's good Tiffany did this for us, for YouTube. But imagine how much sooner the TBI may have been able to handle the fake Fed if it didn't come to YouTube and they just talked about it behind the scenes, like, hey, there's this woman doing this, and it was passed on. It would have, if it's Linda, if it's somebody Linda knows, if it's Lisa Key, if it's any of them that Linda is associated with. I'm speculating. I'm just throwing names out there. It doesn't mean anything. But the TBI could have found that, and a whole bunch of fuck shit could have been avoided in Summer's case. But to be truthful with you, Jody Sue's the first one that brought it to YouTube, and it should have just gone into the TBI. And you know how Jody Sue says, I'm holding bits and pieces, I don't tell, blah, 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 blah. Well, Jody, that should have been one of the bits and pieces you held, just like somebody breaking into your trailer, in my opinion. I'm just being blunt here. There's certain things that you people bring out, and it causes a lot of confusion on here and fights. And it does spin a web. You all are right. Maybe you should have named yourself the Spiderweb Syndicate, whatever the fuck Spider-Man shit you are. Do no one ever made heads or tails of Slay? I don't know, Cursed. I don't quite understand it. I know some are saying she faked her unaliving. However, people have said she's real, and it's really the lady from Alabama. I haven't looked at her obituary lately, but it was funny, like the Jose one years ago. I don't know. I haven't made heads and tails of her. I don't quite understand the whole story of Slay or Fustos, to be honest with you. Although Fustos has become much more clear if that chasing justice is her. She's denying it. I'm giving her ample opportunity. She made her post 3 days ago. We went over that earlier in the live. To come on here and prove me wrong. I don't want to spread misinformation. However, on this live, TM was saying that your name is Kelly. We've gone over it. It's right there, blatant. So you need to go to TM, not to me. I'm just calling the fuck shit out. Okay.
Face.
I will show you Stacey's face, but I'm not going to put it on the live.
You don't have
Why didn't you
to.
ask for it whenever we talked about it in private? Why does it have to be this salacious thing right now in this moment?
But salacious is the fact that you listen. Okay, if you're not gonna show me Stacey's face, I want you to tell me who gave you the list of the evidence from 120 Ben Hill Road that implicated the boys. Then he chose to do that the other night.
I don't think I need to talk to you about that. I think that you can rephrase your question. I think that you can rephrase it if you want to be met with.
Huh? What did she give from 120 Ben Hill Road that included the boys? Something else that shouldn't be brought to YouTube? What? What evidence? I hope they talk. I hope they say what it is.
Respect, Tiffany. You can say, "Hey,
come on,
did you hold on, I'm sorry, what? I'm so sorry for over
don't want to
talking.
compromise. So I'm saying, okay, fuck it. Don't show me Stacey's face. I want to know who sent you the list of the evidence.
That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't assume. Nobody sent me shit except for Benny through a text message 2 hours before he went live with it.
The evidence list we knew, but what's this shit about 120 Ben Hill Road? Benny came out and showed the evidence list. How did Benny even get that? It went to the Wills, but why would the Wills give him that? Was he like, hey, much like the birthdays? Oh, bam. I found it, and now I got to find it again. Damn it. I forgot to show it and clip it. I found a clip of Benny actually saying he asked Candace for the birth certificate, not the birthdays. Fuck. Now I got to remember where I seen it. Hopefully my algorithm will show it. Hi, birdies. Okay.
Where'd it come from?
He got it from Candace. That was Candace's list.
So the only two things I've asked you for, you won't provide.
I just fucking answered you. Are you hard of hearing? I said he got it from Candace. That was Candace's list.
He got it from Candace.
That was Candace's list.
Okay, so their parcels of land, that address may not have meant anything. Because the way they break them parcels of land up, it changes all the time. They sell parcels. They sell acreage. It's not like there's houses on each of them parcels of land. However, while we're here and we're looking at that, let's go see where 120 Ben Hill Road is. It's the shed. 120 would be down the shed. So they took those items from the shed. I'm going to double check that with the Tennessee property viewer. So the evidence list Candace had was items taken from the shed. I think I have an image of that. If not, we'll find it. We'll go over it another day. Tomorrow I'm going to take a break. Who was it? Isabella said she wants me to have an open panel where people can come up and just vent. So I'm going to do that tomorrow, a fun stream. I need a break from all this. It's been a long, almost 2 weeks covering this. I need a couple days, guys. It's been a lot. That's interesting, though.
That came from Candace. I don't know if it's a
Do you
picture that she
stand
sent him.
Do you stand behind what Benny did to Josie the other day? Are you okay with what he did to Josie?
I don't think that the chat was very nice, but I don't think the Duchess or Benny said anything that was.
Somebody against you.
No, I just answered you. I don't think that Dutchie or Benny did anything that was like implicating. They were reading a list and going through the size that was presented on the list,
Okay.
and by deduction, figuring out who that was.
If Josie was your son, would you be okay with what happened? Benny
No,
didn't
I
say
wouldn't.
anything. Maybe Penn doesn't know that.
What?
He's from you.
He said what?
He said he got that list from you.
No. He did not.
Okay.
No, Benny. No, he did not get that list from me. I have no idea.
From you. Okay.
I think he had a live schedule. He did not get that list from me. He sent it to me.
His face, and you're okay with what he did to Josie the other night. What the fuck happened to you, man? What happened to you?
What are you talking about, Tiffany? What happened to me, Tiffany?
I can't believe this is like the same fucking person.
Tiffany.
I'm asking what happened to you. Is the dick get into your brain?
It happened to me.
Yeah.
Is a what?
I said, did the dick get to your brain, Penny?
Whose dick?
Yes, you do a long bath with oil, a big salad. I've been doing good on my diet. I cheated a little today and yesterday. I had some Sarah's chocolate and a bag of Doritos. But I split the Doritos over 2 days. And as for a walk, I've been trying. I want to take Jasper, but I'm scared he's going to pull me and I'm going to fucking fall. Because he don't know how to walk. He likes to run. He's a husky. That's what they do. They get on their little sleds. He's a Siberian husky, so. And pick some flowers. I tried to go for a walk today, but we have the puppy. My daughter-in-law offered for me to take the puppy, but I don't want to go alone. Like, I want one of them to go with me, and they won't, but I am tomorrow. I think what I'm going to do is put the puppy on a leash and go for a walk with the puppy, at least up the hill. It just takes me a while because everywhere I live, it's real big mountainous hills. Like, both ways, I'm in, like, the valley of 2 really large hills, and the other direction, and that direction is just, like, dead end. Like, that direction. Sorry. So it takes me a minute to get up the hill. It takes me a long time. I was trying to explain to my kid today because he's like ungrateful. I was trying to explain to you guys the kind of heart disease I have the other day, the dilated cardiomyopathy. The best way for me to put it out to you, and I put it to my son, and I think he understood it, was I have the type of heart disease that you see the football players, they run on the football field, the teenagers that are in high school and they fall out on the field. That's the type of heart disease I have, the sudden. So I'm not allowed to go for really fast walks. I have to take a really long time, and it's hard for me to get up the hills. However, I'm losing weight, and when I was doing keto last time, I lost a lot of weight and I was able to do it. I just got to train myself, starting little steps at a time, because I really haven't left my house much since COVID, and all my kids got their licenses. So whereas before, with my kids growing up, we took the bus everywhere. Now I get rides everywhere. So my body's not conditioned, but I do plan this summer to start going out with my kids more often. We've been planning to go out to like South Park and Keystone and different places in the area. So I'm going to start training myself to do that. And I have lost some weight. So at least I think. I haven't weighed myself, but none of my fucking clothes are fitting. I had to go get all new clothes. Yeah, when I did keto last time, that was right before COVID, I did really good. Like, I was never hungry, and now I'm not hungry now. I'm not even on my Ozempic for my diabetes. However, I'm going to test my sugar before I take my Ozempic because I don't want to fall out from it. But now that I finally got my medical back, I was able to get my Ozempic. I got to go pick it up. Yeah, I've been wearing them all. Better than all the oversized pajamas, huh? Fuck it. Maybe I should get dressed for my lives. I just figure I sit at home. Nobody gives a fuck. I'm just here to talk. Like, why do I care? Like I said, I just want to share Summer's picture. I'm not out here to make a good impression for anybody. I just want to be me. Plain and simple. A lot of people don't like that, and that's fucking tough titty.
Certainly not your husband's.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Not
Man, don't fucking, no, it's not. You are funny. You're quite comical.
No, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm fucking serious as fuck.
You want me to
I'm not laughing.
You want me? How would that work out, Tiffany? Just, you know.
When did you stop protecting the boys?
What are you talking about? Don't put anybody else's shit on me.
I'm putting it on
Let me
you.
ask you a question. No, see, but I don't accept it.
You fucking support it.
Tiffany,
What?
how would you feel? Okay, since you want to go out of line and say there's a dick to your brain, let me just ask you a question. How do you feel about the topic of sexual assault?
I've covered it very often here.
How do you feel about people who have been sexually assaulted?
How do I guess you'd have to elaborate. How do I feel about the topic of sexual assault? Go ahead.
Okay, so obviously you're against sexual assault. You have been in situations where you have been a victim, right?
Yep.
Okay, me too. So as a person who has gone through that, and I know that you put out to all of your subscribers and all of your viewers that you're this champion for victims.
I've never said I'm a champion for victims.
It's perception is everything. Okay.
That's your perception, not mine.
Okay. So how do you think it would look if Tiffany Marie, who is the advocate for people who have been sexually assaulted and their victims, how do you think it would look if people knew that Tiffany Marie says that she hopes it would happen to you? That maybe that's what they need.
When have I ever said those words? Are you talking about when I said that I hope John Crimes does what he did to me online to you? Because he didn't sexually assault me. He sexually harassed me.
I think we're going to end this live early. That's not about Summer to me. I'm not going to go through the catty shit. We just put words that we're not supposed to say on YouTube, and I say a lot of them too, and I did tonight, so I'm not going to complain too much about that on my channel, but I'm going to bet this ends bad. And I don't want to give an opinion on it because that's not why I'm here. So we are finished with the fake feds. I will privately listen to the very end of this. There is like 24 minutes left. I will privately listen to the end of it and clip whatever I think people need to hear. I'm not going to involve myself in that. That's how I got myself into the mess with Squall. Just saying, that's not how I want to present shit on my channel. Ain't half this about Summer. It's drama and BS. No, I believe this was about mainly Andy, the money, the fake Fed. I think that plays into Summer's case, especially when Linda is making statements like she doesn't want the TBI. She's doing everything she can to get the TBI agent off of Summer's case. I think that has to do with Summer. However, the cattiness between the two girls about John Crimes and the things and Tiffany spilling coffee. And I have made jokes about Tiffany and the carrots, but that's because Tiffany goes for the jugular too. I don't back down. I ain't a bitch. And when you say shit about me, you better expect it back. I've been growing up capping on motherfuckers my whole life. I'll cap on your ass too, Tiffany. Still praying for you and your son now. You get what you give. When you treat people like dirt, they treat you like dirt. That's my motto. When little Dev comes in and has always been respectful to me, I treat little Dev with respect. Same with Tic Tac, Marion, even Andy. Andy and I have learned to disagree in a manner that we don't get on here and attack each other. We just tell us why we disagree. He's gotten upset and left my chat, but come back, apologized, and I explained my position. And he's understood. That's how you get answers to all you creators out here, in my opinion. You don't get answers going on the attack against each creator because some locals have played fuck shit in this. If you ask me, Penny and Tiffany sound mostly innocent here. But Linda, in my opinion, based off of her public statements, does not sound innocent, in my opinion. Let me make sure that's clear. It's my opinion only. I don't reflect the views of the people in my chat. Maybe, but that's privately. I tell you what I think and how I feel. People can agree with me or disagree with me, but to me it sounds like Tiffany and Penny attacked each other for no goddamn reason over this shit. Not really no reason. Definitely reason. But it shouldn't have been played out in the public. It should have been directed to TBI from both of you. You could have talked privately and said, hey, some shit with Linda's fucking funky. Some shit with Scott's funky. Because you got to remember, Scott left Penny before all this. There was a fight. And apparently, I believe Penny told me in my messenger, and I wish she would respond to me, that she met Scott in AB's Discord. However, she also says she has a grandmother that lives in Tennessee. I would like to ask, what part of Tennessee? Do you have cousins? Do you have aunts? Do you have uncles? I think we're owed that based off of the things you people have said. Everyone does attack everyone. You don't get anywhere like that. Yeah, I hope Andy... Listen, I wanted to reach out to Andy badly. I looked for him. I knew where he worked. But I wasn't going to call his place of employment to speak to him. And I'm going to bet that's what CSI did, because wasn't she... Who was the first one to reach out to you, Andy? Can I ask you that? Yes, nonsensical petty drama that has nothing to do with Summer. It's okay to do that, but you shouldn't mix it with Summer content. Like, you can have a live that talks about that, or you could bring it up in a decent manner, in my opinion. Like, I talk about my family a lot, so maybe I'm being a little hypocritical here. But I'm finding out my family's involved. And not only that, but when I came out and introduced my channel, and for all this time, and those of you that have been with me, like Little Dev, the whole time, and Mishu, and Helen, and Cursed, there's a few of you that have stuck around with me through all of this. Maybe some of you have changed your names. I don't know. Maybe your opinions have changed. I don't know if I've talked to you in the past, but man, I don't know. There's just no reason for all this. It's just also, there's no need for the attacks. There was no need for me to be attacked over the stupid rooster video I made that, to me, Karen explained to me, laughed, thought it was cute. I don't understand her disappearance after pretty much announcing, in my opinion, that what I was finding out was true. She actually led me. It was because of her comment that I started to remember things when other things happened. like the chat where I believe my cousin came in with Jody. I don't know. He acted like it was him in my messenger, but he was vague. His one comment to me was, I did it because my kids are Guatemalan. And then it was like he quit talking to me. They have a past too. I still love my cousins deeply, and never in 1,000,000 years do I think that my cousins would be involved in something that had to do with harming a child. But Jody throws me off. Even Benny throws me off because they were pretending to be, somebody was in there. I don't know if it was them, but they were in my chat pretending to be them. Sinister Shadows was in there. I had very few people in my chat. YouTube took my chat down. I came back flipping out. I almost showed the video tonight. Somebody posted it. It's like, oh my God. I met Karen Renfro in my life. I know her. She's my cousin's cousin. They came to Florida and spent time with us when I was a child. The only time I met her in real life. And then you have my Aunt Rosemary on top of that writing me, you fucking idiot. I'm an Elliot. And then deleting and blocking me the very second I started covering 6 Up and Karen. And then you have 6 Up striking, trying to also get me off of here. That's troublesome. I don't know. The only thing there's a lot. It would all connect to my dad, and my dad wasn't a good person. People don't understand that. Like, shit really did go on back in the 80s down in Miami that my father was involved in. However, I thought he left it. I thought he was nuts and poor. You'll often hear lips come out and say, oh, your dad had nothing yet because he ripped Section 8 off. He lived in Mexico. They paid for everything. My dad was a really good scam artist. He had several lawsuits after his first lawsuit. It taught him something. My dad was extremely smart. Crazy, but smart. I could see my dad 100% doing bad things. Do you know how hurtful that is to come out here and admit to that? He was extremely abusive to me as a child. Even as an adult. My husband witnessed that firsthand when he moved us into his friend's house and they abused us. We had to get the fuck out of Dodge and move. It felt like they were trying to destroy our lives. Playing with our utilities and shit. My dad was a nut. I've told this story a few lives ago. Go watch it. All right, guys. I'm going to end this here. I don't know what my next content's going to be. I'll leave a post in my community section. You can give me ideas. Andy, is there anything you would like me to... I would like to... You as a local and someone who knew Summers, or something you would like me to cover? I'll give a minute. I think it's important that we ask Andy that. And if you don't mind, I also would want to ask you, what is your relationship with Ryan these days? Number 2. And number 3, did you know Ryan and Squall were in contact with each other? What did Kirst say? You have no idea who's on the other side of that profile pic. That's what I'm saying, Kirst. I think it's important we all come out here and show our faces. Especially when covering cases of victims. I don't think you should hide from that. If you're too scared to do it, then you shouldn't be here. That goes even for you, Cursed. I don't think I've ever seen your real face. I would love to. I bet you're beautiful. Only because you cover Summer. PG especially. I really want to see her face. And Six Ups. And Tragedy Pimps Exposed. Those three I think are local to me. I'm speculating. I'm just saying. A lot of people have disappeared or quit covering Summer. A lot of people don't come out and dispute the things I say. That makes me curious too. Right? See, Cursed got a good name. Cursed with Curiosity. I guess when you're a YouTube creator and you dig these rabbit holes, that's what it is. It's curiosity. And sometimes you let your curiosity get too far. It gets the best of you. Right? All right, guys. I posted my pic on my... Oh, yeah, you did. You did. I went and seen it. I'm sorry. I apologize. All right, guys. I'm going to go. Peace and love. I will be back tomorrow. I'm just going to have, if anybody wants to come up on panel. If not, I'll talk to my fucking self. I've tried this before. Nobody's come up. We'll see what happens. I got a better group here, I guess. Cursed, you want to come up on my panel tomorrow? I know who said they would come up. Isabella said that she would come up on panel. I was going to have a live where we're just venting about life. Take a break for a day or two from Summer's case because it's been a lot just listening to these two lives. I could also maybe show some other news stories or something funny or something. I'll come live tomorrow because I'm doing good. I don't want to mess my algorithm up. But I don't want to cover Tiffany tomorrow, and I kind of just need a mental break. All right, guys. Peace and love. I'll see you all tomorrow at 10 p.m. Good night.